As long as a single game exists, a single gaming machine will always be there to overcome it. So when it comes to the subject of Steven Spielberg, a lot of really good movies you could think of. One of the most well-known movies that were created by Steven Spielberg was Jurassic Park. And Jurassic Park was a really good movie as it started. Then down the road, Jurassic Park got kind of weird. You know, it just plain got weird. But another series that was known for being made by Steven Spielberg, Back to the Future. Main characters in it, Marty McFly and Dr. Emmett Brown. Doc Brown decides he wants to make a time machine out of a DeLorean. This isn't a movie review though, but it's a really good movie though. The whole series was interesting. You know, the first movie was good. The second movie was great to me. Third one kind of lacked some stuff. But like I said, this is not a movie review. I think people know where I'm going with this. Back to the Future had an NES game. A very bad NES game too. Where just things didn't add up when it came to it. The level designs were poorly made. Some of them were bad. Some of them were worse. You thought I was going to say good there, right? There's nothing good about this game. The weird thing is, there's always the different level designs. Like I said, some were bad, some were worse. There was really no level design that was good in the game. And also, this was one of those rare moments where Onyx The Gaming Machine had to have therapy by one of his friends when he played this. And it put him on a sabbatical for about 2 weeks, because I had to contemplate my life when it came to playing this game. And by the way, thank you, Crazy Sean, for those services back then. It helped clear my mind up really good. But anyways, Back to the Future. I never thought that I would be playing this again. But it seems people don't believe me when I say that this game is really, really bad. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put my mentality at risk today. And I'm going to play the whole damn thing, so people can see for themselves how bad this game really is. It's kind of like when you have that really dirty barrel, right? That was filled with some nasty stuff, and you're trying to clean it out, right? But you don't get all of it out of the barrel. There's those little parts and the little edges of the barrel that you want to get out of the barrel because it might get moldy. And see, the mold there is Back to the Future. And when you scrape some of that mold out as good as you can, there's still that small little speck that's there to piss you the F off. And that is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So let's turn back time to before we scrape the main parts of this mold out of the bottom of the barrel. And I'm going to show you what the mold originally looked like, which was Back to the Future for the NES. So, get rid of all logic that you know about Back to the Future, the movies, and just clear your mind and get ready for the biggest migraine you will ever have with an NES game. I'm not kidding. So, let's get right into this. Okay, so as I said before, this is an LJN game. And like I said, a lot of LJN games are really, really bad. So, first thing you're going to notice is the music is absolutely terrible. And the fact that Marty, like I said before, does not look like the Marty from the movies.
So the object basically of Back to the Future is dodge obstacles and get clocks. That's the first main things to know about Back to the Future. And yeah, the music just keeps looping and looping and looping. But there's also these special stages that don't really have music half the time. Except I believe only one of them has music, and that's at the Enchantment Under Sea Dance. Now, this is where concentration is going to be hitting me good, because, well, your weapon in the game is a bowling ball. Why is it a bowling ball? Don't ask me. And you have an extra mode of transportation aside from walking. You have the skateboard. The skateboard, I've learned how to control it. It is not easy to control. And, well, it really just speaks for itself. You basically, with the bowling ball, you can hit bowling pins that are like in random parts of the level. You have different enemies too, from hula hoop girls to bodybuilders, beasts, trash cans. Oh my god, this is making me triggered so bad right now. But yeah, basically when it comes to these regular levels, on the bottom middle part of your screen will be what's supposed to be a family photo of you, your mother, and your dad. And basically the clocks, you get the clocks so you can make sure your picture does not fade away. Because once your picture completely fades away, well, you fade from existence. But when you get a certain amount of clocks, sometimes the fading will disappear. Like literally it'll stop fading away. But it doesn't last that long though. I don't know if that's a glitch or if that's supposed to happen. But like I said, this game will give you an absolute migraine when you play it. From the music, to the graphics, to the color schemes, to the enemies, to every single thing in this game is rancid. Like, I mean rancid. Then after this part here, it will be going to Lou's Cafe, where basically, well, it'll speak for itself. I'll even tell you what to do in Lou's Cafe while I do it. It's not easy. That's why, you know, this is one of those games that I do not recommend to people that actually have a life, people that want to become smarter, people that have a life. Yeah. Oh, man. This is hurting my head so bad right now. Luckily, I got some pain reliever, but I'll take that after this. Okay, so Lou's Cafe, objects of it is you're playing as Marty, of course, and you're throwing stuff at the bullies that are supposed to be like Biffs or whatever. Okay, in the top right corner, you'll see a number that rises every time when you hit one of the bullies. Well, the object of that number is, well, you have to make it to 50. I'm not kidding. 50. You have to knock out 50 bullies until the level will end. Now, the thing is, this level has no end. So, what you have to do is, once you hit 50, you have to let one of the bullies get you. Now, also what can happen is, when you're in the level, a waitress will walk up to you, which she's probably going to walk up in a little while. And she gives you this, yeah, there she is right there. She gives you this special that you can get. And it doesn't show that you have the special and everything. You just trigger it and stuff. What I like to do, though, is when I get to about like 40, I tend to trigger the little special. You can trigger it twice. So hold on. Let me get a couple of these guys on the screen here. There we go. There we go. And then we hit one more. Then let this bully get us. He's going to like throw us into the door. Looks painful, of course. But basically, what would happen if you don't get to 50 and the bully gets to you? Well, you have to restart the last part of the level before you get to Lou's Cafe. And then you go and do Lou's Cafe again. And yeah, there's really not much to the game because simply all it is enemies in different places, a lot of overwhelming situations, and getting clocks. This is where Doc Brown would come out of the woodworks and say, "God damn it, Marty!" You know, because, okay, you just look at this game and you wonder to yourself, does this even feel like a Back to the Future game? Does it? I mean, take a look at the character. Hold on. Let me let this finish here, and I want you to see the character that I play as. Well, you would play as if you were playing this game with me. You have black hair, jeans, black muscle shirt. Do you know of any scene where Marty was wearing a black muscle shirt? I know, me neither. And then, you know, just some of the so-called character references in this game. Like, you know, there's Biff, a whole lot of Biff. In the second special stage that you do, you're going to be having a special level with Lorraine, which I'll explain that while the level goes on. Then, of course, you know, after that, well, basically, here's what the special levels are. There's Lou's Cafe, there's at the school, then there's the Enchantment Under Sea Dance, and then there's the final part where it actually shows the DeLorean. Now, here's what I didn't understand, is in the movie, the Enchantment Under Sea Dance actually happens at the school. It literally happens at the school. Can somebody tell me why you have a special level where you're dealing with Lorraine, and then you're going to a different place to do the Enchantment Under Sea Dance? Can somebody explain that to me? Because that just doesn't make any sense to me. It's kind of stupid, actually. Now, bet you're wondering, if you get hit in the game, what happens? Well, you see how I'm on a skateboard right now, and I have a bowling ball as my weapon. Well, if you get hit, the bowling ball's gone, and the skateboard is gone. You're back to walking like a loser. Your walk cycle is so slow, and, you know, you have so many obstacles that are in your way. And it's kind of funny that, if you get hit by something or you run into something, you do this absolutely hilarious face plant into the ground. Okay, here we go. So this is the situation with Lorraine. Is you're Marty on the left, and you're basically catching these hearts with your book that you have in front of your face. Now, just like the last special level, in the top right corner is a counting meter. And what you do is basically you get that meter to 50. Why 50 for everything? Don't freaking ask me. I'm not the executive of LJN. Gosh dang it, I'd probably kill myself if I was an executive of LJN. Gosh darn it. But anyways, yeah, when you get to 50, just let the hearts hit you and you'll be able to end that level. Now, this may look easy to you, but it's not. This is far from an easy game. I just sadly had a lot of practice with this growing up, because I had a lot of motivation when I was a kid to be better at games that I sucked at. And let me tell you, I sucked at these games as a kid. I did not start off as a prodigy that was just good at games. No. It took a lot of trial and error and me getting pissed off, a lot of broken controllers, a few broken consoles. One time I got so pissed off at a game that I broke a controller in half. Luckily, back in that day, controllers were not that expensive. So, you know, I used to go through NES controllers like I would go through like cheap headphones. Oh my god. I remember one time I broke my Game Boy, my original Game Boy. I literally broke it in half. And oh my god, that was freaking crazy. But anyways, back to the Future. Probably before we do the Enchantment Under Sea dance, I'm probably going to cut to my camera and give another fact for you about the game, and then we'll get to the nitty-gritty of the last things in this game. Now you'll notice that I'm going through this game really fast. This originally, if you were to take your complete time with it, even without a skateboard or a bowling ball, this will probably be about maybe a minimum 30-minute game, possibly an hour. It also depended on if you died. Now me, like I said, because I've had so much practice at this piece of crap, I can get through Back to the Future. I'm actually really trying right now. Like, I honestly feel very sick to my stomach right now because of how fast the screen is going. And just to let people know, I'm playing this on my NES console. Okay, that's how I'm playing this. So, you know, what I do to record stuff on consoles, I'm actually going to give you part of my secret. Is I have a DVD recorder, and it's hooked up to my TV. My TV, which is hooked up to my NES console. And what it is that it records onto a DVD disc, just like back in the day when you could actually use VHS players, get some blank VHS tapes, and you could actually record stuff from your TV, which was so handy in my trial and error situations as a kid. You know how many freaking VHS tapes I went through in one freaking sitting with one game? Oh my god, it was freaking mad. But basically what I do is I record it onto the DVD, and then I put the DVD that has my recorded footage into my computer, extract it, and sometimes if there's like a bad little border around it from, like, you know, old school, you know, stuff, I would re-record it. So I'm going to show some footage right after I do the Enchantment Under Sea dance here. Hold on, I gotta concentrate here. Basically, how to do this is you have to catch the notes in your guitar from lowest to medium to highest. It's not easy. You have to basically be one step ahead of the actual note. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Almost got it. And then it's going to show George and Lorraine doing the little kiss thing. So let me cut to my camera, and I'm going to give you a fact that I want to share with you about this game.
Now you will notice this game was created by LJN. LJN, known for 99.99% of all of its games being absolute shite. Especially movie titles. Movie titles, if they were given to LJN, it would just be so bad. Sometimes it didn't even do any redemption for the material that it came from. Sometimes there was some stuff in there where the material used for the game, like storyline wise, would be there, but then they would add stuff to it that didn't make any sense. Like, for example, one small example. You notice in the movies that Marty McFly was wearing, you know, the red vest that people were considering to be like a life preserver. When did Marty McFly ever wear a black muscle shirt? You contemplate that in your mind while I continue playing this for you. So let's get right back into this.
Alright, we are back, guys. Okay, so let's finish what we started. As much as I don't want to finish this game, because I have a really bad headache right now, I just want to I just want this to be over. And I'm never ever going to touch this game again. I wanted to show this game because I've been in this groove lately where I want to show why certain games are bad. Oh god. Oh god, this is getting weird now. Too many stuff in the way. Oh, come on. There we go. But, yeah. Like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, this is a game that I do not recommend to anybody. It's just so bad. And I'm doing this review to show you why it's bad. Okay. Jump that. When it comes to this last few levels here, I tend to concentrate a lot. So give me just a minute here. This is getting absolutely crazy. Okay. We got a few more of these levels left, and then we're going to be doing the final level, which is with the DeLorean. Yeah, 6 lives, yet we're never ever gonna need them. So yeah, hula hoop girls, bees, muscle guys, guys holding invisible glass, small stupid little obstacles in your way, from oil spills to trash cans to gardening pails to barrels, sewer drains, benches. Oh my freaking god, where did they come up with all the ideas for these obstacles? Was this like just, like I said before, was this like discussed at a freaking conference and they were like, hey, we should put like tons of benches in here and, you know, put like, you know, some trash cans and what should we do for enemies? I know we should do like some hula hoop girls, some muscle guys, you know, just weird stuff. If I was there for that conference, I would just slap the guy in the face. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Come on. You want to ruin gaming forever? Like, I'll admit that there is such thing as a company making a bad game that doesn't please audiences. I completely get that. But why is it that 90 to 95% of all movie titles back in this time was given to LJN to make a game? I don't understand. Okay, so here's the last level. So the last level here, you would think, oh, I gotta get the DeLorean up to 88 miles per hour. Not yet, actually. Basically, you have to dodge these little lightning strikes. Yeah, I know, right? You need lightning in order to go back to the past. I know. Don't ask me. Basically, you're dodging all of this until you get to the little wire that's at the end here, right here. So, anyways, guys, that's Back to the Future. Nothing more, nothing less. There you go.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode of Onyx The Gaming Machine. If you enjoyed what you watched today, click that like button, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on Back to the Future, the actual series, versus the NES game. I would love to hear everybody's, comments on that, if you've ever played the NES game. But, as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.